Hello to you over there and good morning. Good morning to you. I thank God for your life and I hope you're doing very well. Today is an exciting day. I in particular am very happy because we're going to continue a part two session of a great discussion we were having yesterday with Reverend Dr. Abbeam Ampamadansa. It was an honor to have Daddy and so thank you so much for tuning in, Abigail and Kama. Yes, Angelique, God bless you all. Michael, Jennifer, thank you all so much. Please share the video for us as you just tuned in. Mame Akosia, thank you for tuning in once again. Please share the video. Invite somebody to be a part of this great session and a great discussion we're about to have. Once again, it's always an honor to have Reverend Dr. Abbeam Ampamadansa in the house. Good morning to you, Daddy.
Good morning, my daughter.
How are you doing?
By God's grace, I'm doing very well. I'm kicking because yesterday,
Yes.
we the case that we went, at the court.
Yeah.
Everything was actually showing that we're going to lose it. But God had already said that there's no way that we're going to lose any such a message.
Yes.
Such a great young man. And so when we got to the place, by God's grace, whilst everything was going on, the Lord spoke, and somehow the young man is free. He said he was afraid that he was going to go back to jail, but God delivered him. The most important thing that a lot of people must understand is this: we go to the street, not just that we just want to go to the street. We are going to the street to save a soul.
That's right.
And then the flesh that have accommodated the soul. So somebody like us, we were able to go to court with him, throughout, and there was no family member.
No.
When we got there, his family was us. There was nobody there.
Yeah, very
And
true.
when the judges, there was 3 judges. When they saw it, and even the lawyer saw us, he said, "Oh wow, this is great support. You have a lot of people." And by God's grace, we were able to win the case.
Yes, we did. Amen. I was really happy. I'm thankful to God for such a great miracle. Because I remember I was at the back and then you just spoke. That is all that was needed. Once you spoke, you said, this case is won. Even before they decided to go and make a decision.
I'm going to put some pictures, videos down.
Okay.
Because we shot some videos.
Yeah.
And so how we started and how it got even in the place. So I know that it's going to be fun.
Come on.
So
I love
for
it.
people to have a feel how it was.
Yes. It was totally amazing, to be honest. But thank you once again for tuning in. Like I said, today is a day for part 2 of marriage. We're about to talk about marriage. The God kind of intent for marriage. Yesterday you took us through a lot. And I do hope some of the viewers caught the revelation. But for those that didn't, and also for you to take us through today, because I know you're ready to teach us a lot today. Please.
The time, but I'll try my best to take you guys through it.
Yes,
so I will spend time with you.
Yes, please.
People spoke about marriage. They wanted us to go into marriage, the kind of marriage they know. And so because I moved out of the kind of marriage that mankind understands, it becomes a problem to many people.
Yes.
But I get the human kind of marriage as people understand.
Yes.
But because I want people to understand God's intent of establishing marriage, that is what I want us to look into.
Yes.
Because we have failed. And failing has caused a lot of chaotic strategies, chaotic moments. And most of us are struggling because of we are building on lies. And so for me, I think that if I make mistake today, tomorrow, when I come, I'll let you know that yesterday it was a mistake. So this is one thing I want people to understand. I want them to get it right so that we can be able to build on the solid rock.
Come on.
That's what I want people to understand.
Solid rock. I love it.
Now, the first thing, let's go to the book of Genesis.
Okay.
Genesis chapter 2, verse number 18.
Okay.
Now, we are talking about God's way of marriage. Why God created marriage. Marriage is not the main thing. God's mindset of marriage Listen, coming into this world, you are not here to marry. You are not in this world to marry. No. That's not why God created any man. Marriage came in because of a specific thing.
Yeah.
We were born to till the ground. We were born in the book of Genesis that when we were born, God gave us this world to control, to take care of, to protect the species, to protect the environment, to protect everything that the creeping things that walks, things that are living things.
Yeah.
We should stand the stead of God and be as gods, protecting things around. Now, it is a tedious job.
It is.
To take care of things.
Yeah.
So, God creating somebody like Adam to be in charge of all things, God realized that Adam needed help. So when you hear the word marriage, it simply means help.
Come on.
When you hear the word marriage, it simply means help at hand.
Okay.
Help at hand. Okay? So I have a vision, or I have been given a mandate to build a house. I need a marriage. I've been given a mandate to build a house. I have all the requisites to build.
Yeah.
All I need is a marriage. So when we say what is marriage, marriage simply means two or more coming together to fulfill a purpose.
Come on.
That is marriage.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
So one, I having a vision, needing another person to help me. That person who is coming will have to come for us to come together, working together, intimacy, having togetherness to fulfill the mission. That togetherness is what is called marriage. So marriage has nothing to do with sex.
Come on, teach us that. Okay.
Okay. Now let me just say that yes, it has something to do with sex because I am sex, you are sex.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So two sex coming together. It is not sexual intercourse as people think it is, or reproducing children.
Yes. Okay.
What do you call it? Reprocreation or whatever.
Yeah. Procreation.
Procreation.
Yeah.
Now the point is that it's not about having children. If you have children, it's a blessing.
It's a blessing. Okay.
If you have children, it's a blessing. Now, if you look at the natural form of marriage that we all know as human beings, we know. Some two, a couple have married and they don't have children. So would you, classify these two as married couple?
If it's about the sex.
If it's about
children.
having children. No.
Okay.
God's intent of marriage is working together to fulfill a mission.
That's right. That's right.
Now, the point is that when you hear that marriage, automatically you must understand that we have something called positioning, rankings. As soon as you hear marriage, one, there must be a head.
That's right.
Without a head, there is nothing called marriage. When we say head, somebody who have a vision, somebody who has something doing that needs help. Okay? So basically that is how it is. Now let's read the book of Genesis. I believe that people will get to understand it clear. You guys who started with us, when other people comes, please, I beg you, when other people comes and they are asking certain questions, try your best as you have understood it. Write to those people so that they can understand what we are. Some people just will jump in without, listening to us, understanding us from the beginning, and all of a sudden they just jump into a conclusion and then they confuse us of whatever we are doing.
Yes. Yes.
So folks, let's get this right, because I've heard a lot of questions. Should I get married? As long as you are in this life, you need to. And everybody gets married anyway. Whether you know it or you don't know it.
Yes.
All right? Yes. Because somehow you are helping one or two. Somebody.
Come on. Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So that's why I did a definition. I said marriage is what? Two or more people coming together to fulfill the purpose of God.
That's right.
So you see, I'm dealing with purpose of God than purpose.
Yes, please.
All right. So folks, get this straight. Genesis chapter 2. You take your Bible. Let's read it.
Okay. So Genesis chapter 2 verse 18. And Jehovah God said.
And Jehovah God said, this was the beginning of marriage. Let's go on.
It is not good for man.
It is not good for a man. When we say man at this particular point, it means that a person who is responsible of taking care of the species, taking care of the world, has a work. You cannot become man when you don't have a work. Don't get me wrong.
Wow.
When you don't have, you are not in control of something.
Okay.
Go on.
It is not good that the man should be alone.
It is not good for a man to live alone. So it simply means that when you are working alone, that's why now we have, these people so-called motivational speakers. Me and the motivational killers. That you alone can do it by yourself. It's a lie. Even God has admitted it. He has said that it is not good for a man to live alone.
That's right.
It is not good. It is not good. Man, you can't do it alone. You need somebody.
That's right.
You need another person. You need a partner.
Yeah.
Now, people believe that when we say marriage, it simply means having a partner. Okay? Now, we agree that we can have work partners, work colleagues. But when we say certain things like this, you don't get it. Now get this. So it is not good for a man to live alone. Continue.
I will make him a helpmeet for him.
I will make him a help what?
A meet.
Okay. A helper.
A helper.
I will make him a helper.
Yes. For him. And out of the ground Jehovah formed every beast of the field. Good. And every bird of the heavens. And brought them unto the man to see what he would call them.
Thank you. At this time, man is working. God is trying to tell us how man was working and how it was so important for man to have somebody to work with him.
And whatsoever the man called every living creature,
go on.
The man, that was the name thereof.
Go on.
And the man gave names to all cattle,
go on,
and the birds of the heaven, and to every beast of the field.
Go on.
But for the man there was not found a helpmeet for him.
For the man, he didn't have any helper. He was doing everything by himself. Hey, people are calling right now.
And Jehovah God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which Jehovah God had taken from the man made he a woman and brought her unto the man. And the man said,
God brought what?
The woman unto the man.
Oh, this is beautiful. We don't have time for this thing. Let's go.
Now this is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh.
Now, this is Adam talking. He said, this is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh.
She shall be called woman.
She shall be called woman. So now it's not God talking about who that helper is.
Yeah.
So Adam is naming his helper. So you have every right to name your helper. Anyway.
Whoa.
Go on.
Woman, because she was taken out of me.
This one understands me. She knows me. She was taken out of me.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
This is where something is wrong here. Therefore a man shall leave his father and shall do what?
Leave his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
Now that you hear wife in this place, this particular person who is talking is Moses, because it's a story he's telling.
That's right.
And he add this, but that's not where we are going.
Okay.
So coming together as wife and husband, this is the mission you have to be going in. Now let's read the 6:2. As I'm saying, this is the time. This was the establishment of God. The purpose, everybody, what's the purpose? The purpose is coming together to fulfill God's mission. Now, it's so amazing that people is focusing on the work. Everybody tend to be, okay, the best thing to do is for us to marry. And you see, they change the concept of marriage right there. And let's look at it if God was happy about how they changed the concept of marriage.
Okay.
The people changed the concept of marriage. And God became angry because they were focusing on just marriage and then becoming great, not the focusing on building the purpose of God or focusing on the will of God and women or helpers helping in the direction of God. So marriage became even an annoyance to God. That this is my focus is not this, as you guys think is marriage. No, my focus is you guys making an impact. You guys fulfilling a mission. You guys focusing on your assignment. Marriage is not an assignment.
Wow.
Now let's go.
Wow. So Genesis chapter 6 verse 2. The sons of God saw the daughters of men.
The sons of God saw the daughters of men.
That they were fair.
They saw that they were very beautiful. They have nice hair. Brazilian hair. They go and buy somebody's hair and call it their own hair. And those who have the hair already also were having already. And they will have cats and green cats and blue cats and green eyes and yellow eyes and all these colors. Every color, beautiful girls. They were beautiful.
Yes.
As Nanaya can see some girl and say, wow, this one there is going in my house.
Yes,
Tell them, be careful. Go on.
And they took wives of all that they chose.
What did they do?
They took them wives. Yes.
So you realize that the focus of God is gone. The focus of men was having wives, getting married.
Yes, please.
And if you look at this day, that is the same thing that we are focusing at this time. It has become a problem that people are focusing on marrying. And I can bet you, and those people who are 20, from 25 to 40 years or to 50 years, their biggest stress, what is killing these people from 25 to 50 years, women, what is actually killing them? What is killing them is marriage.
True.
So desperate, running faster. If they are not giving birth, they have a problem. Even if they are single parents, they have children. Instead of taking care of the children, they have so much problem that their motive is that if I'm not married, I'm not a woman. So a lot of women that are supposed to be helpers are in slavery.
Jesus.
In the name of marriage. They have caused people to die. The chaos in churches, the chaos in areas, places is because of this kind of word marriage. And we have deviated from the will of God and the mission of God. And we are reading the scriptures here. What happened?
And Jehovah said,
My
spirit shall not strive.
My spirit will not be in these people again.
With man forever. For that he is also flesh.
He is a flesh. As soon as you begin to think about marriage in the way that human beings, you guys think that I need to marry, it's automatically you are causing the spirit of the Lord in you to move out, to leave you. Now you are no longer a soul. You become a flesh.
Yet shall his days be 120.
And that is when if you are going to grow very well, live in this world for long, your life begin to short.
Wow.
Your life begin to short. Then then you start counting your days. You start counting your days.
Wow.
Go on.
The Nephilim were in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men, that they burnt children to them. And the same were the mighty men that were of old, the men of renown. And Jehovah saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
What brings the wickedness? Marriage. This human kind of marriage, strategic way of marriage, is what brings wickedness. I am not the one saying it. This is what the Bible is saying. This is what the Bible is saying.
Wow.
So, you see, God's way of marriage and human way of marriage, that God hates. God didn't bring marriage in the sense that we should marry and have children and be great. That's it. No. God brought marriage as substitution to help the mission of God or the vision of God to be fulfilled, to be established. That is why. And do you know that even that it was not for everybody to be married? Some people had the capability or the capacity to do things on their own with the glory of the Lord.
Come on. Wow.
And so what happened?
And that every imagination and thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
You see, now you are not married, but your thought of getting married, as for me, I'm going to get married and then forgetting about the mission, that alone is evil in the sight of God.
Okay, I get it.
You see, yes, when marriage meets you, praise God. You are focusing on marriage. Do you know what they are doing? Today I was saying something in Instagram. Your parents, in India, what I know, the government will be giving them child benefit. As soon as they realize the child benefit is finished, they will now force you at the age of, sometimes it starts from 13. They will force you to be living for them. Doing what they are supposed to be doing. And so when you get to 20, 22, they now start asking you, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? If marriage could save you, mommy, if you think marriage will save me, you married my dad first. What has marriage done for me? People are not focusing on working together to achieve. Marriage does not give life, it rather drains your life. Marriage does not buy cars, doesn't build a house. Human form of marriage does not buy cars, does not build a house. But God's kind of marriage does. It does. God's kind of marriage is me helping you if you have the vision. And I come into your life. I help you to fulfill the vision of God over your life. That is what we call it, marriage.
Wow.
And the human kind of marriage, thinking that we go to, yes, I've got the right to have sex with you. Yeah, I've got a right to live in your house. And I do my thing and you do your thing. But yeah, we have a right to have sex and have children and take care of the children. Now even they don't even do so, taking care of the children. After that, then what? So basically, these are some of the things I need to let some people to understand. I hope questions are coming. All right. Yesterday, some people were talking about how can Jesus Christ be the what do you call it? The husband.
Yeah, they were asking if he married and stuff before he left, and if he had kids as well.
Is it before he left or before, as he is?
As he was here, I think.
You see, marriage is a spiritual thing. Marriage was something that God was letting what was in the heavens to bring the replica to make us understand the heavens. So it's a spiritual thing. Revelation will tell you when John the Beloved saw something in Revelation 19, 1 to 9. Paul was trying to prove, show the people certain things. There are certain things that one lady said something, and we'll go there. We'll go to that place of what Paul said in Ephesians 5 before we come to the Revelation. One lady was saying something, so should I he said married or whatever. Why can't I marry or something like that? One of my daughters.
Well, how do you know if you're meant to marry?
Yeah, no, not that one.
Okay. So Ibo Daniel Yankson says, the problem is the time of marriage. When God brought Eve to Adam because he didn't want Adam to be alone, did he call it marriage?
No!
Or is the term marriage a man-made term? If yes, what is the actual meaning? Is it the union between a man and a man to have sex, or any group of people coming together to fulfill a purpose, I think?
Yes, any group. It's not sex, it's not intercourse. A lot of people even doesn't understand sex. Sex, is an act of men. Okay? So, let me hug you. Let me shake you. This is a form of sex.
Right.
Okay? If I kiss you, it's a form of sex. If I touch you, it's a form of sex. So that's why we have sexual intercourse. We have, romance. We have, foreplay. We have all different types of things within sex. So many people don't even know what sex is. Wow. So I just don't want to go to that point. Okay. So man has changed the what God has mandated on earth. But the point is that we should always seek for things that God wants us to look for and to be able to do what we ought to be doing. You see, the devil is a liar. He knows that me as a man, I can marry a man. But he has brought something called gay. Jesus. You see, when Christians, we are not vigilant, not smart, the devil will do something to deceive us. I understand what marriage is. So when I hear a man and a man is married, I do understand it. I understand it perfectly. Yes. But it is not intercourse. It is not the intercourse one. Okay. But when you come to gayism, it is more of the intercourse. That's right. But as Christians, we should not brush things off that and say, no, man and a man cannot marry. You are fighting a wrong battle. That's why Abraham Boshe will come and then use your Bible against you, because most of us, we have a big problem. That's why gay people are now attacking the church seriously. Bible says that we should be wise like a serpent. You understand? Gone are the days where I was raised. We hold hands. If I have a brother and I love my brother, we hold our hands and we walk together. We all wear the same dress. That time it was not called gay. It was called the love of brotherhood. Come on. Okay. Now gay people have taken it. Jesus. You understand? And the difference between God's form of marriage is not the way gay people, things are. So people must be very careful. People must be very careful.
I hear what you're saying, and it's beginning to make sense. We have a question from Diana Abbeam. Papa, please, if you're in a human form of marriage, just doing your own thing, is there a way to transform it into the actual form of marriage?
Yes.
How do you go about it?
You see, sit down with that particular person sit down with that particular person you are with. Find out who carries the biggest vision. And one should be the supporter of the vision to fulfill. That's it. That is how you ought to do it.
Okay.
I hope you get what I'm saying to you. That is how it ought to be.
Somebody says, such teachings you don't just listen. You take a book and write. You take a book and you write. That is
Bless you.
Benny Sinclair. Sinclair. Someone says this is very, very important. And I just wanna, I'm not just cutting it off. We're about to continue. But I want to tell somebody, please share this video for us. As you're listening and as you're gaining knowledge, share this video so it's a blessing to somebody else. Thank you all very much, especially the YouTube viewers and our Facebook viewers. God richly bless you. Question from Angel. Is it better for your head to find a person for you, or you finding someone yourself for a God kind of marriage?
She is into the human form of marriage.
I don't think she's got the marriage properly.
No, because it has eaten into so many people's mind. So right now, you see, the question tells you that this one is not even listening to what we are saying.
Wow.
Finding who? Okay?
Yeah.
You know people that you can help. You know the ability to help people.
Yeah.
You see, all that many people are looking at, it's like you are married to your if you are a helper, you are giving to the one that you're going to help.
Yeah.
That person has the vision. He's in control of your life.
Yes, please.
Because without that person, you are irrelevant.
Okay.
And that person also becomes irrelevant when he does not have any vision.
When the person does not have any vision.
Yes. You came into my life to help me.
Yes.
Of what?
Of the mission that you're on.
And I don't have mission again.
Then it's not going to leave anymore.
Thank you. So if you are a woman and you have accepted that you are a woman, so you are a helper, and you are going into a man that you believe that man has a vision and he has a mission and he's doing a mission, so he needs help, and you go there and you realize that guy don't have any mission, no vision, move away from that place.
Wow. Shock. Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Because I came to help. I came to help. Or else before you realize this person will start beating you up.
Hey, that'll be the next. Wow. Somebody's asking the question. Why do pastors prophesy to people that God is bringing you marital favor?
My sweetheart, how many pastors have prophesied to you in that sense? You know, I will never question a prophecy. If you understand marital favor, it simply means helpers are coming to you. So now you've understood. You just have to get it that way. Okay. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay. Yes, you have marital favor. Oh my God.
Wow.
I will receive it in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I hope you get it.
Yes, I get it. And the next question is, what if the man does not have vision, but the woman has a vision? How do you go about it?
That is what people don't understand. The woman that has a vision and the man come to help.
Okay.
It is not about gender. People don't get it. It's not about gender. You see, the head of the family is the one who is doing something.
Okay.
Who has the vision, God-given vision, taking us somewhere. Listen.
I'm getting.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
I am. So people are really fighting the wrong battle.
Wrong battle.
Okay.
So if you are having the vision to take us to some place,
yes,
and somehow I don't have that vision, and I'm supporting you. You are the man.
In this case.
You are the man.
Okay.
To be a man doesn't mean you have a third leg, you have a willy or penis. That makes you a man. It is to carry.
What you carry. Wow.
To fulfill.
Wow. Wow.
So you realize that in certain homes, you say the man will say, I'm the woman in the house. Why do they say so? Because the woman in the house does what men does. So it means that you can do what men do that makes you man. It's not by birth.
Wow.
You do what men does that makes you a man, not by birth. And you do what women does that makes you a woman.
Not by birth. Wow. There's somebody, Van Rich, he really wants to call you, but the lines are not open yet. In the next 5 minutes, Van Rich will open the lines for you, so you will be able to contribute or ask whatever question it is that you have for us, okay? He is being quite persistent. He really wants to call. Open my eyes. It is what you carry. Is that what she typed? I think, yeah, that's charity. Okay, so it's about what you carry. So yesterday, Daddy, we had a few questions for some of our viewers. We had a few questions, and one person asked, "Where is the line between wife and helpers?"
It's the same form of questions that they ask that makes you feel like they don't get what you are actually talking about. Yeah. But let me just brush that one off.
Please.
Now look at this.
Yes.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse number 21 to 33. This is what a lot of Christians get confused. All the fact that you should marry one and all that. Paul actually stated certain things. He said, this one is coming from me. He said, it's not coming from God. This is coming from me, Paul. You know, it gets to a point that people find themselves in a situation, and when they are in that situations, I mean, when you are there as a leader, you just have to solve the problem in a way so that everybody, you know, sometimes you have to be diplomatic. Sometimes, you know, Paul became so diplomatic in certain things, and it was letters he was writing, and sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not there, and so because of that, it has become a chaotic to the, you know, the now Christians, because they don't understand what Paul is saying, and they have their own form of meaning. But let's really read it literally the way it is.
Okay.
Read it for me.
Okay. That is Ephesians chapter 5 verse 21. Subjecting yourselves one another.
Well, hold on, we will read that one. What is this?
Solani Matsuyami. She goes, Papa, when two people come together and both have a vision, is it possible to fulfill both visions at the same time? Or one vision has to be fulfilled first before fulfilling the other?
Yes. Both time it is impossible. It is not right. It will cause chaos. It will cause a lot of damage. So one must be fulfilled first before other. Yeah. Go.
Okay. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 21. Subjecting yourselves one to another in the fear of Christ. 22. Wives,
subjecting yourself what?
To one another in the fear of Christ.
In the fear of what?
Christ.
This one, no, people don't understand. To subject, to submit. Submit yourself to one another. Work together. Serve yourself. Okay? In the fear of what?
Christ.
As soon as the Christ factor is out, it is not proper marriage. It's not from God. He was trying to be smart to let the people know what he means. Because, you see, change is not easy. It is not easy. I wouldn't allow any of my children to smoke weed because it is not good. It's not good for their body. But when I go and meet another person smoking weed, I won't tell the person, stop it now. I need to find another mechanism to make sure the person can reduce it gradually before finally it can come out. Because my children have not tasted it. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
So when you want people to change, there is a strategic way you do things. Paul was dealing with radical people that he was trying to change them. So you see that he's giving you an idea, a sign of this thing. I'm using wisdom. Go on.
22. Wives, be in subjection unto your own husband.
Wife, be subjected to your husband, your own husband. These are certain things that you see, men taking it as, yes, I'm a man, be submissive to me. Subjection in which way? For what?
As unto the Lord.
How do we subject to God? By working, by fulfilling our assignment under Him.
Wow.
You understand? So women must be doing their work, subjection. So if you don't have a work to do, please, no one should call me on my Facebook. Please, I beg you, it's not helping. Please, I am on Facebook and you're calling me on Facebook. It's not nice. Don't do that. You understand?
Yeah.
So the point is this. Paul is telling them, the wives, be helpers to your husbands.
Come on.
This is the word.
Yeah.
Wives, be helpers to your husband. Doesn't mean that be slaves. So husbands believe that that makes them slaves. But in this case, I've taught you so many things, serious things, that you must understand.
Yes,
What do I mean? Who is the man? The one who has something doing, has a vision.
Yes.
Who is the helper? The helper is the one who is coming to support. So Paul is talking about this case. Are you with me? Go on.
For the husband is the head of the wife.
Now you see.
As Christ is also the head of the church.
Now you see. Husband is the head of the wife. So I remember I told you about ranking. When we talk about marriage, it's always ranking.
Yes, please.
When you are a husband, you are a head. When you are a head, you carry the vision.
Come on.
You are the one implementing what to do and what not to do.
Yes, please.
So why Jesus Christ is a wife, a husband to the church? He is the head of the church. He is the one that is working and the church is supporting his vision. People say Jesus didn't marry. He married the church.
Wow.
So you can see the comparison here. Go on.
Being himself the savior of the body.
Being himself the savior of the body. I love this. Being himself the savior of the body.
Wow.
Now you get it?
I get it.
He has a work doing. Continue.
But as the church is subject to Christ, so
the church is what? Is subject to Christ. You see, you can never help anybody if you don't submit yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
I pray that people will understand this. Continue.
But as the church is subject to Christ, so let the wives also be to their husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives.
He said what? In what?
In everything.
You didn't hear sex?
No, please.
Okay, go.
Husbands, love your wives.
Don't narrow marriage to sex. It's crazy. It is crazy. Continue.
Husband, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church.
Not because I'm helping you, so therefore you will be bullying me and you'll be doing. No, knowing that that's my mission. That's for me. I like helping, so therefore you're going to abuse me.
Wow. Even also as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for it, that he might sanctify it, having cleansed it by the washing.
So if you are helping me, I must look out for you.
Yeah.
Because you become my strength to reach where I cannot reach. That's what Christ did. So husbands, if I'm a woman and I'm helping you, please reach out to me as well. This case, it is not the woman talking. This is God sending someone to explain to them what marriage is all about. Continue.
That he might sanctify it, having cleansed it by the washing of water with the word, that he might present the church to himself a glorious church, not having a spot or wrinkle.
So you see that Jesus Christ has a mission.
Yes,
his
he does.
work.
Yes,
What is his work? What's the work of Jesus Christ?
to look after the church.
To look after the church.
Yes,
To work.
yes.
Now, what is the work of the man? Let's talk about Adam. The work of Adam.
To look after.
The woman.
Yes. Yes.
He should take care of the world, the environment. The woman was in the environment. If anything happened to the creeping things and the walking things and the things in there, the woman was a walking thing. The woman was a human being. So if as Adam is taking care of the things around, he's taking care of the woman. And as the woman is helping his husband, they are taking care of themselves.
Wow. Wow.
So stop trying to compete with yourselves. It's not good for a man to live alone. We marry to take care of the environment. We marry to take care of the things of God.
That's right.
Start continue. There's something I want you to get to.
Not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing.
Can you imagine?
But that,
Go on.
Even so, ought husbands also to love their own wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his own life loves
He's
himself.
quoting certain places. Adam said, "This is my body, the body of my body." So now, are you getting it?
Yes, 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 yes.
So that's how Jesus is doing.
Come on. For no man hates his flesh, his own flesh, but nourish and cherish it, even as Christ also the church.
So he's telling you, go on.
Because we are members of his body. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother.
He's quoting Moses now. For this cause shall what?
A man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh.
A man shall leave his mother and father. And what?
Cleave to his wife.
Cleave to his wife.
And the two shall become one flesh.
Now, do you hear this?
Yes, please. This mystery is great.
It's what? It's what?
It's great.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery, yes. This mystery is great.
It's a what?
It's a mystery.
The man is leaving his home to cleave to his what?
His wife.
His helper. His helper. His helper. If somebody helps you, won't you cleave to the person?
Of course. This mystery is great.
So this is the thing. You know what this person has been doing for you. That's why you have cleaved to the person.
Hey, you know.
Now it is women that are going to men's house.
My God.
To cleave to them.
Wow.
Go on.
Wow. This mystery is great, but I speak in regard of Christ and of
I speak in regards of Christ. Now I'm not talking about you guys. It's not about you, it's about Christ. I speak in regards of Christ. So it means that he wanted to teach them about Christ, but he needed something, some subject that looks similar to the things of Christ, so that they can understand Christ, not about marriage. So people should stop thinking about marriage. That is so important.
I love this.
That kind of marriage.
Wow.
God accepted it.
Wow.
Human way of marriage. God doesn't accept it in Jesus' name. Amen and amen.
Ooh, amen.
So Paul here is saying that it's not about you guys. It's not about it's not about your marriage. I'm just trying to show you about, for you to understand Christ, I need to bring something that you guys are practicing.
Wow.
Sister, we have not finished. Let's go on. I can see you want to write something.
Wow.
Go on.
Wow. Nevertheless,
do
ye also several love each other?
It continues. But nevertheless, I know I'm talking to stupid people, wise people, mad people, sane people, unsane people. So therefore, let me balance. So he comes back and say, you know what? But nevertheless, do you what?
Ye also severally love each one.
Please love each one. Love your own wife, please.
Even as himself.
I don't mean that you should leave your husband. That's the same thing I'm doing right now. But me saying this doesn't mean that I said you should leave your husband you are married to. I'm not, nevertheless, because somebody can be so stupid that, oh, is that so? Then I'm moving out of my house. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what Paul did. The same thing. Nevertheless, I'm not saying you should leave your marriage. Now, do you understand?
Yes.
The scripture comes alive in this form. Continue.
And let the wife see that she fear her husband.
Let the wife see that what?
She fear
her husband. I love this. Continue. Don't worry. I don't want to go there.
Think that is it.
We are done.
33, yes.
And we are done. Don't worry.
Wow, this mystery is great.
1 Corinthians 7:6. That is the place where a lot of Christians got it wrong. This is Paul talking again. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse number 6. Please, I beg you. You guys, you should learn.
Okay.
Today we are going to the youth. We are going to youth, and we are going to enjoy ourselves. 6 p.m. we are there. Today, even as we finish, we are going to the youth right now. So if you want to come earlier, you can come. And guess what? On Friday, I am doing a serious deliverance, a serious, powerful one. If you've never seen deliverance before, come and see what God is able to do. And we are praying for those who are impotent, those their manhood is going down. The Lord gave me an idea what to do, and it's going to work. So be prepared for it. Well, there are questions that are coming. Should we take those questions? Okay, go on.
Okay, so bless you, sir. From Benny Sinclair. Bless you, sir. Question: how do you help someone who is so afraid to get married, whose reasons is that her parents never had a good one? Also, her close friend is also having some issues with her marriage. How do you help someone?
Now, you see what Paul was going through. So this causes Paul to say something else, and then they will use it as a doctrine. So, but what I am teaching, people are not getting it. Although even if they are getting it, they are comparing it to the natural marriage than godly marriage. Listen, don't tell me that you went to church and pastor prayed on your marriage, so therefore you married in the Lord. You don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
Sister, have you opened it?
Yes. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 6. But this I say by the way. Of concession.
Of what concession?
Not of commandment.
Listen, this is me, Paul, talking. Please, I am not even commanding anybody to do it. Can you imagine? Paul said it's by concession. It's not of commandment. So please, whatever I'm reading here in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, please don't practice it.
It's not by commandment.
Paul says it is not commanded. Don't practice it. Continue.
Yet I would that all men were even as myself.
Yet my will be that nobody even marry. Yet, for me, I wish nobody marry.
Howbeit each man.
Howbeit, this all commandment. Howbeit,
each man has his own gift from God.
Each man has his own gift from God.
One after this manner.
One after another.
And another after that.
Another after that.
But I say to them, let them marry.
If you think you can't stand, go and marry.
But it is better.
So it means that it is your choice. So
it is your choice.
If you want to marry, you can marry. If you don't want to marry, that is not a problem. Listen, are you hearing this? Somebody can tell you, you are a man of God, so therefore you need to marry. Are you mad? It's not a force.
Right.
It's not a necessity.
So it's not.
It's not mandatory. It's not a command. You are not born for that. Paul is talking here. We have not finished. Remember that he says it's not a commandment. Continue.
Wow. Whew. For it is better to marry than to burn.
That is his opinion. That is his opinion now. It is not a command. For it is better to marry than to burn. Sister, we have not finished. So don't shake your head. Continue.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
But unto the married I give charge.
But unto the marriage I gave charge.
Yea, not I, but the Lord.
This one, it is not I, but it is God.
That the wife depart not from her husband.
Wives, don't leave your husbands.
But should she depart, let her remain unmarried. Or
If
else.
you are a wife, a helper, and you are leaving your helper, you are leaving your husband, you should not marry again. If you are leaving your husband, you shouldn't marry again. This is the Lord speaking.
Let her remain unmarried, or else be reconciled to her husband.
That's what Jesus said. Unless you go and what?
Be reconciled with
Unless you go and reconcile. There are many of you who are here. Jesus said it. Paul has come to say it. He said this one is from the Lord. It's not from him, Paul. As for Paul, I can bet you how many people who are pastors, they have married and they broke up the marriage and they have gone to marry another person. I'm telling you, and the world accepts it. It is okay.
As for that one,
Even
okay.
this one, that is a command.
Wow.
This one is not even a command. It's the Lord that spoke of it.
And the husband leave not his wife.
And the husband leave not his wife.
But to the rest say I, not to the Lord.
It said but now come back to me. To the rest, it is I, Paul, talking, a human being like me, talking.
If any brother have an unbelieving wife,
has an unbelieving wife,
and she is content to dwell with him,
and she is content to dwell with him,
let him not leave her.
let him not leave her. Do you know this thing comes in? Those times, if there is somebody who is unbeliever in your house, he's going to snitch, and because it was an it was a criminal offense that you believe in Jesus Christ. And so if there's an unbeliever living in your house, find out that you are a believer. That unbeliever can go to the police or go to the security men and bring them for them to come and kill you. Wow. So people were leaving the unbelievers. They don't want to marry them. Now, some of you have problem and you are making it as a doctrine because Paul said it is in the Bible. You are mad. Study your Bible well. Go on.
Okay.
And
the woman, to be honest,
you didn't know this one. Don't worry.
And the woman that had a believing husband, and he is content to dwell with her, let her not leave her husband. So
if your husband is a killer and you are okay with your husband, please don't leave him. Don't listen to any foolish people. Don't listen to rubbish people. If you are content, this is not about mother issue, not about father issue. If you think you like the man, that's okay. Live with him. Go on.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified in the wife.
Hallelujah. 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 Listen to what.
Wow.
If your wife is holy, you are holy.
Hey! Yapon.
This is what Paul is saying. This secret that people should take it serious. They are not taking this one serious. Wow. Marriage. Paul says, if I am married to a holy man, a prophet of God, who is so connected to God, and I am a witch, I am sanctified.
Wow.
Sister, read that place again. I think people didn't hear. Wow. Don't do wow. It's not wow that's written there.
Okay. For the unbelieving
husband
is sanctified in the wife.
is sanctified in the wife.
And the unbelieving wife
And the unbelieving
is
wife
sanctified in the brother.
is sanctified in the brother.
Elsewhere, your children unclean, but
Also,
now are they holy. Oh my God.
Do you get that?
Okay.
This secret, many people are not. You don't read that place because you're blind. If my children are unholy killers,
Jesus.
as long as I'm a believer of Christ, as long as I am in Christ, as long as I'm praying, my children are sanctified. I'm telling you.
Jesus.
Hallelujah. 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 So, am I a printing press? Am I the one that wrote it there? Think about wise things.
Wow.
Important things.
Wow. Yet, if the unbelieving departed, let him depart. The brother or the sister is not under bondage in such cases. Hey.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow.
Do you hear that?
Yes, please.
Sister, read.
But God had called us in peace.
God has called us in peace.
For how knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband? Or how knowest thou?
Sister. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Hey.
Wow.
Hey, go back there again. Some people are not getting the revelation here.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Sister,
yes.
Please read that place again. Don't do that.
I'm going to read it.
Don't take the wow, people are not getting what you're saying. Read it for me.
For how knowest thou, O wife, whether you shall save thy husband? Or how knowest thou, O husband, whether you shall save thy wife? Only as the Lord has distributed to each man, as God had called each, so let him walk. Wow.
Munyame life for mommy. Munyame life for mommy. Oh, mommy, bra. Munyame life for mommy.
Daddy, this is deep, but we have come to the end of today's
We have
session.
not come to the end of this session. We have not come to the end of this session. No. Don't be a thief.
No, I love this. I love this, and our viewers need to come back tomorrow.
They need to understand this.
Which is why
I have not finished yet. I have a lot of quotations here. But you said you are cutting. That's
please,
okay.
I beg you.
I am with you.
Guys, listen, we love you all so very much. Tonight, if you're a young person in the UK, we have an amazing session, and Daddy will be there. Reverend Dr. Abbeam Ampmadas will be there in person.
And those who wrote the questions,
and all of you that have given us questions, don't worry, we will read them back out tomorrow. But tonight at 777 Oakham Road, SC15 1 and Z, you want to come and tap into more knowledge, more understanding. Let me tell you something that's amazing. Tomorrow morning, before we come on Facebook Live, from 8 to about 9, Reverend Dr. Abbeam Ampmadas is active on his Instagram. He will go live, and it's at Abbeam Ampmadas. Some soldiers out here, please type it there for me. It's at Abbeam Ampmadas. You get to interact with him personally on the Instagram live as well. So please be sure to go follow him on Instagram and begin to get involved in the live sessions as well. Before we on Facebook at Abbeam Ampmadas as well, and then on YouTube it's Abbeam Ministries. The YouTube channel is Abbeam Ministries. I am loving so much of today, and to be honest, I can't wait for what God is going to use you for tomorrow. Please, thank you all so much for tuning in. We love you. Take good care. Bye bye.